You're a sexist, egotistical, lying, hypocritical bigot.
Well, welcome to another episode of the Tasteless Gentlemen, ladies and gents. Myself, Lumpy, who is doing video and stills, Alex Joya, DJ Scoop the Mighty. Welcome you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while for a lot of things.
So, I hear a lot's been going on in your guys' respective lives.
No, not a lot. Too
Yeah,
little.
that was the opposite end of the spectrum. It was me being ironic, if you will.
About as long as we've recorded a show has probably been the last time I got laid, so it's not a good thing at all.
Who was this damsel in distress that you swooned?
Have you ever had such a long dry spell that you can't even remember the last girl it was that you got laid?
Voluntarily, and you guys should both fucking kick me in the nuts for saying this. I went 2.5 years in college, voluntarily, not having sex.
Why would you do that?
I got blowjobs, but it was one of those things where...
Like a moral thing?
No.
I'll get a blowjob,
it absolutely... It was back in the day when I'm like, I'm not going to fuck a girl unless she's my girlfriend, and I didn't have a girlfriend for 2.5 years.
Were you in a monastery?
Yeah. One of those...
Yeah, it was...
You talk like this is a normal thing. Like
it's not normal.
A guy saying, I'm not going to have sex until I'm in a serious relationship.
Hey, I don't look back on it fondly.
No, you should not look back on it at all.
I did get blowjobs, though. But it was stupid. Actually, you're right. It was my time that I spent in a monastery.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't getting laid.
Buddhist
Yeah,
monk.
I shaved my head. I wore orange.
Until the guys from The Hangover 2 came and took him out of there.
So, yeah, I think I have you both beat in that regard. No pun intended on the beat. I did jerk off a lot, though.
That's a good spell. That's a good one.
I've been jerking off a lot since I hit puberty, so that's not. No matter how much I get laid, I'm still jerking off a lot.
What's a lot, though? We discussed this, though, like multiple times a day.
Oh, yeah. You got to do multiple. I don't even
that's not like standard. I'm not like beating off 10 times
maybe
a day.
not
on
for
the
you.
rate.
Like you have your clock set by a certain time frame every 15 minutes.
I wake up 3 times in the middle of the night just to beat off.
Just to stain the sheets
Some
another
people-
time.
Some people have alarms that go off so they can take their medication. I wake up so I can just throw a beat.
Sure, pop a Viagra, have at it. So it's been what?
Have at it, son.
A month and a half.
Man.
You still didn't mention who the last damsel was that you slayed, if you will.
God, the last one was.
See, this isn't good already.
Yeah,
that's not
good.
good.
When you're scratching your chin, trying to
yeah,
ponder who it was or what she looked like.
She was a girl that Lenwood and I came home with from Quality Social, and then I ended up hanging out with her at another point later on. So yeah, it's been a little while.
Did Lenwood already get it? Is
No,
that what happened?
no.
How is our friend Lenwood doing?
Lenwood passed out in her friend's bosoms on the ride home.
Very nice.
Literally in her bosom?
Literally, like face in tits.
Was she an ample bosomed woman?
Oh, she had some gigantic knockers.
Real or fake?
Real, definitely real.
God bless her. Was she a bigger girl?
No, not really. She used to be a stripper, I guess.
$10
That doesn't say much.
She actually, I was making out with the other girl outside, and she grabbed my dick while I was making out with the other girl.
This was Quality Social.
Ooh.
After Quality Social.
See, that's what Scoop and I were discussing earlier, because you guys are on the same fucking dry spell cycle, like chicks
It
on
makes
their
sense.
periods.
We were getting laid
Yeah.
together before, and now we're just
But that's
not getting
the
laid.
first thing I said to him when he said he was in a dry spell was, well, have you been to Quality Social in the last month? And he said, no, that's the problem.
It's probably
It's literally been a month for me. It's terrible. I'm hurting.
Have
right
you
now.
just not made it downtown or laying
Part
low?
of it is I haven't been getting as crazy as the last, I was on a really good streak.
Yeah, that's
for a
kind of
while.
it too. Summer ends and like that whole
That is true.
the whole
Lest we
fertility
forget,
thing
summer's
and
over.
The desire to have sex, I mean,
Random.
desire's not gone, but
No,
for other
no,
people
no.
it is, I guess.
Well, fall and winter's the snuggle time.
But I thought
Yeah.
there'd be a new crop of chicks rolling in, though.
No.
Right before school starts. I thought that'd be
No,
my
I thought they
time.
all leave.
No, right before school starts. End of
Well,
summer.
where would the new crop be coming from?
From Arizona, from New York. I don't know.
New York? I wasn't aware that we got a lot of New Yorkers out here.
I just threw something out there. I don't know.
I don't know,
You're like, I don't know. She's from some other fucking
Whatever.
state.
It doesn't matter.
You guys said crop, so this popped into my head. This is a little advice.
I can't wait to see where you're going with this.
Just a little advice for anybody out there. Getting into a fight at the bar is not a good thing, and it's a lose-lose situation. You
Right.
get kicked out, you don't get laid, you
Right.
might get arrested, thrown in the drunk tank. I mean, nothing good happens from being in a bar fight.
I'm not arguing with you, but how did you segue from crops? I'm still waiting.
Listen, I'm going.
Okay, I'm just checking.
So, what you need to do is if you're ever in a situation where a guy is confronting you and you feel like he's trying to, step up to start a fight, you know what? Be really nice and say, you know what? I apologize. And, make him, calm down a little bit and wait a little bit. And then when he starts talking to some random girl, just walk by and crop dust him with the worst fart ever. Shit your pants a little bit if you need to. But just let the look on his face and her face just soak in.
Just
and
sheer terror and disgust.
Yeah, and they don't want to say anything, the awkwardness. And then you just kill his game at the same point. Now everybody in the bar knows that he's the guy who farted.
That is so goddamn passive aggressive.
It's very passive aggressive, but have you ever actually utilized this technique?
Yes, I have.
You have. When?
What?
A typhoon.
Tell the story. I want to hear. Did it work? That's my main question. That's what I'm wondering. Did it work?
Yeah, they get the look on their face, that like.
But see, it's a bar though, and you've been there. All of us
you
have
can
been there.
talk
You
that
don't
off.
really
Yeah.
know.
But you can't talk that off.
Sure, you could. You're
How do
talking
you-
to a chick. You're like, "Who the fuck did that? That's disgusting."
But
Someone
then
just
she
shit
look-
themselves.
She looks at you and she says, whoa, like why is he getting so defensive over it? You know what I mean? Like there's no way to win on that one. Like I've been driving in a car before, and you know that like shitty like odor that you get every once in a while, like, yeah, like driving by a sewer.
Yeah, or when there's low tide in the
yeah,
bay,
low
and you have
tide,
that. Yeah.
And like there's nothing you can say. Like you can, if you drop that line like, oh, like it's low tide or whatever, then she's like, yeah, sure you farted, you fucking idiot. Like you know what I mean? There's no way to win on
Oh,
that
it's my
one.
catalytic converter. It's it makes some weird smells every now and then. Yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while my tires rub against the body. So
Yeah, I've been
rubber.
meaning to get it fixed. I just haven't had the time.
No, there's no way to pass off some shitty smell like that. They're always just like going to assume that you're just a disgusting human being.
See, I dig that approach and I agree with you, but if I'm fucking drunk as shit off whiskey, there's no way I'm going to actually have the presence of mind to go, hey, I'm just going to calm down, not smash this guy's face into the bar, get kicked out, probably arrested, yada, yada, yada. I just wouldn't do that.
But you see,
I wouldn't
that's
have
what
the
separates
presence of
me-
mind.
That's what separates you from most people, from me at least, is that
I think
I
that
see the
puts
big
you in a
picture.
class of your own. I don't know a
Yeah,
single
I
other
think so.
male
I,
that
s-
would.
I see the big picture.
I
The
want
big picture. Of
I
the night.
want you to actually do this on a more frequent basis to the point where it actually works, and then I will sit here and I'll agree
Yeah.
with you.
And I'm wearing
I'll say
short-
that's
and so
fucking
I'm-
brilliant because I watched you almost shit yourself in front of a hot chick who was talking to the guy that wanted to kick your ass,
I've
and
got
yeah,
shit dripping down my leg. just not even
A
like
little nugget rolled out.
okay, but this is where the plan backfires because if you do that and you actually end up talking to her, then how do you play it off?
Listen, there's always a price to pay.
Can you
know?
believe it? Some guy shit on the bench I was sitting on, and
I don't think it's worth the risk. I don't think you're taking a big chance by farting. That's a big chance you're taking.
Yeah, that's all.
You
Yeah,
never know.
but you guys don't do the test fart earlier in the night to know what you're working
Yeah, but
with.
who knows what's gonna happen later? What do you mean? You probably had a burrito.
your
Like, who
digestive
the hell
system
knows?
progresses as the evening wears on, my friend.
You know what's going on.
A test fart.
Yeah,
Is
test
that
fart.
before you leave the house after the shower? Like, what are you talking about?
You
He's
have-
in the shower and he
test
cups
fart-
his hand over his
Yeah,
asshole.
Give yourself a buttercup or whatever it's called.
Is that what it's called?
A Dutch oven or something like that, you know?
He Dutch ovens himself in his bed.
Hey, listen, everybody likes their own brand.
I don't.
I don't either.
No.
No, you
Liars.
Can, but in
All
that
of you are liars.
in that regard, you could tell because it's usually hot, like it's steamy coming out of your ass.
What are you talking about?
The worst. I'm speaking from the standpoint of the worst gas is usually it has a little sting to it when it exits your rectum.
That's a good
Sometimes.
one.
That's how I tell.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Or I know what the fuck I ate that day, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, if I do pass
Solid.
gas,
Yeah.
it's not
I
gonna be
just
pretty.
had 2 cups of coffee. I know I'm gonna be getting
some-
something awful.
I
a
just
little
smoked
later.
4 cigarettes and had 2 cups of coffee.
And some
Yeah.
Tapatio sauce.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
disgusting.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, well that's your new technique, but I still want to get back to Scoop's dry spell.
Yeah, it's been about a month. I'm extremely depressed. Not really, but
You sound it.
But yeah, a little bit. It's bummed
He's
out.
so depressed. He made
I'm
a
bummed
cocktail
out.
with what did you make? Whiskey and Monster.
Yeah, Monster. That's all I had. That's all I had.
Turn your head a little bit when you get a chance.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
there you
I can
go.
do that. I can do that.
I just like looking
Why
at
don't
your
I just
profile.
rotate?
No, I just like looking at your profile when you
I
talk.
can rotate, Pimpin'. It's no big deal.
Yeah, you're a big guy though. Rotating takes a little bit more effort than it does for me.
A dry streak like this is not due to lack of success. It's just
Lack of effort.
But when
Yeah.
you're coming off of like hitting 400, or even better than that. It's probably hitting like 700 over the last few months. You
Yeah.
know?
I'm sorry,
go
what? 400? What numbers are you throwing out?
when
now?
when
Baseball
we were
numbers.
going out, we went out for when we were going out, but when
Yeah,
Alex
we-
and I
we-
went out for a streak of like
Oh, you
3
went and
months
you and
straight,
Alex were
yeah.
dating?
We were dating. I was sucking his dick. No big
Yeah,
deal.
it was
Um,
like Joe DiMaggio, like
yeah.
you know what I mean, kind of
Every time we went out, it was new girl.
Oh, you
every
were
single
batting
time.
4 to 700.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
more like 7.
I thought you actually were hitting numbers like this is the 400th woman you slept with, or the 700th woman
I-
you slept
yeah,
with.
no.
If I slept with 400 women in my life, I wouldn't even have any time to accomplish anything at all.
That's disgusting.
That's a-
400 is ridiculous.
That's
You
a
know what's
big
funny?
fucking number.
That's
Imagine,
big.
but I mean, think about athletes or famous people that have
Oh, yeah.
literally
Yeah, that's
fucked
different.
Yeah,
but
that's
I mean,
different.
yeah.
even the time and effort that it takes to fuck thousands of women, it that's a lot of sacrifice on your part.
Well, I
Time,
this girl that we know
money.
met Steve Nash at a bar, and
Who, for all intents and purposes, is not an attractive male.
No, he's grimy.
yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
he looks like Skeletor.
And when he grew his hair out, what
Yeah,
was
was
that
it-
shit about?
Okay, so anyway,
yeah,
Steve Nash at a
so-
bar.
She met him, and then they took him back to her place, and he didn't want to fuck. He just wanted to lick her asshole.
Like while
mean,
he jerked off,
Can we
while
do
her
can we do
roommate
allegedly?
watched.
By the way,
Allegedly,
please,
yes. But this is definitely a true
So
story. Reliable
allegedly,
source.
allegedly,
Allegedly,
Steve
yeah.
Nash likes to toss salad.
Well, no, but then I thought about it because they thought it was weird. I was like, it's not weird. When you're in that position, you get tired of doing the regular shit.
Right.
It's locker room talk. You know what I mean? You go in the locker room the
Yeah.
next day, and you're like, dude, you wouldn't believe like what happened.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Like, this girl brought me back to her place. She thought we were gonna fuck, and I just tongued her asshole.
For an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then I cleaned her bathroom and left.
No, but that's
just like some random shit.
That's a good point though, because I read, what was it? Was it Motley Crue